Final piece tonight. Yet again, the Portal people create division where there should be none. During a guest radio appearance, a CNN legal analyst said to the show host, who is black, that he had benefited from white privilege. The segment that aired on Tuesday during a Sirius XM show hosted by David Webb, who is also a contributor at Fox News. His guest during the segment was Areva Martin, who is a civil rights attorney and a CNN legal analyst. Not very bright then, is she? And according to the clip posted to Twitter, Webb details his rise in the media, saying he always saw his qualifications as a more important issue than his colour. Well, David, that's a whole nother long conversation about white privilege. The things that you have the privilege of doing that the people of colour don't have the privilege of, said Martin. Mr. Webb then asks how he benefits. Martin then said, by virtue of being a white male. At which point Mr. Webb says, I hate to break it to you, but you should have been better prepared. I'm black, said David Webb. He then went on to scold Martin for making the assumption, going through his qualifications, ultimately leading to Fox News, where I'm told apparently blacks aren't supposed to work. It's this type of rhetoric that's only serves division of the people. The perceptions fed to a gullible public largely in the world of divide and conquer. Do people really still think on these levels? And if so, why? Yes, black people suffered badly in the past, but the reality fact is, so did white, and so did every other colour peoples as well. And all this bullshit of my suffering is worse than your suffering serves no purpose except to keep you in low vibration, pure and simple. I could reel off a load of figures of white people working to support people of colour, the benefits packages that are steered away from the so-called white privilege, and how historically white people pay most of the taxes. They are all facts, but what purpose would it be to ram those facts down people's throats? None. People thinking white privilege need to look around and focus less on themselves and their fellow peoples of colour. What part of it's the system do you people not get? Not the colour of the skin, the race, gender or creed, or the government either. It's the system that created your perceived opinions and the system that created the situations for it. Yes, the system is predominantly made up of white Europeans. What happens to those people of colour who make it to the top echelons of society, like Obama? I asked the black people, what did he do for you in his 8 years in office? Nothing. In terms of help or support, that's a certainty. Nothing. But maybe he taught you all a dark lesson. You have to do something for yourselves and your people. Because once your people reach the top, you can guarantee they will do nothing for you. Kanye West, Tupac, the multitude of black sportsmen. In fact, is it not the case that most of the American sports are all predominantly black oriented? And we all know they're earning vast sums of money. Oprah Winfrey, Morgan Freeman, Bill Cosby, I could go on and on and on. But what did they do with their wealth? Did they help your communities, where most of them came from? Create teaching programs to get people of their own colour on a better footing? Help the poor? Help with the drug, drink or prostitution problems? Some may have. But has it changed anything? Are the black communities still operating like ghettos? Why don't the people in the community clean their own area up? Why is that a white man's problem or a privilege? Should you not be proud of your own region? It doesn't cost nothing to pick a piece of paper up or litter, or to tell children not to spray paint the walls or vandalise your own area. Doesn't matter what colour you are. But you can't carry on blaming all of your ills on white people, when your own people have done way more damage to your people than you realise. Go and check out Dane Calloway's YouTube channel. That guy calls it as it is, and he's black. The gist of the matter is you haven't looked after each other enough. That's the top and bottom line. You can spend your whole lifetimes pointing blame on others, and this applies to all colours and all people. We can spend the rest of our lifetime pointing the blame on others, or drop it and deal with the issues at hand and strive to improve conditions in your own communities. Extra funding thrown into a situation will only help, but it'll only help if the mindset has changed. And it is this aspect that is the foundation of this show. Yes, we know the cabal have done this and that to us, but let's not forget we all went along with it, either by ignorance or fear. When people say, ooh, we can't take on the cabal, they're too big and powerful, so we turn on the weaker ones and moan about them. That's cowardly behaviour. The problem we all face is our own mindsets. Our levels of thinking are too shallow. For a black person to turn around and say white privilege, you really haven't learnt much. Our levels of change, of being change, is too shallow. Our levels of wanting others to fix everything for you whilst complaining about Big Brother, big government and the Illuminati is both shallow and also highly contradictory. It's one thing arguing with the other. Get them to fix it. That means you're not in control of it. You fix it, you're in control. Our levels of support for each other is too shallow. Our love for one another is too shallow. Our desire for fame and wealth is also too shallow. Money is the be-all and end-all. That's shallow thinking. Our desire to trample over everyone to reach the perceived top of the core pirate ladder is also shallow thinking. Because one day you'll fall and those people trample on you. It's the way life goes. What goes around comes around. Our support of nature, animals and the plant life is too shallow. Our apathy is too shallow, sadly, as well. That runs deep. All of those aspects we can correct within and around ourselves. Can we not? Can we not be the beacon of hope? Can we not be the change? Can we eliminate big government by taking responsibility for ourselves? Can we learn to get along with people of different colour? Can we unlearn the lies that has created much of the divide and conquer? Can we build a community that is supportive of each other, that shows inner strength? Absolutely. And the reason why is in the final song. I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. It's fairly heavy, but you're left under no illusions now of where we're at. Given the severity of what's going on, there may be more shows between now and Thursday. We'll have to see. But I think we can win this battle. In fact, I don't think, I know. But it takes us all to get involved. That includes you in the military, you in the Pentagon, you in Langley, etc., etc., and you in the White House and Congress, regardless of parties. Be the change. This has been the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams. Bye for now.